The story begins with Earth under siege by a ruthless alien coalition known as the Dravthar, a powerful alliance of advanced species who view humanity as primitive and insignificant. Despite Earth's best efforts, the overwhelming technology, numbers, and sheer ferocity of the Dravthar forces leave humanity outmatched. The world's defenses crumble under wave after wave of attacks, major cities fall, and governments collapse in rapid succession. The global military alliance, a fragile coalition of Earth's nations, had prepared for years but was caught off guard by the speed and brutality of the Dravthar's invasion. Human fleets, once proud and capable, are decimated in space battles. Surface combat turns desperate and chaotic as alien ground forces push relentlessly into major population centers. People flee or fight futilely, while communication networks fracture. In the midst of this chaos, the Dravthar make a strategic and psychological move. They seize control of Earth's global broadcast systems and hijack the satellite networks. They use this to project their victory, the complete subjugation of Earth, not only for their own people to witness, but as a deliberate act to humiliate humanity before the entire galaxy. The aliens broadcast graphic footage showing the collapse of Earth's capital city, the surrender of human leaders, and the destruction of iconic landmarks, painting humanity as defeated and broken. This public humiliation serves multiple purposes. For the Dravthar, it is a display of power, a warning to other species who might consider resisting them. It's also an attempt to crush human morale, breaking the will of those who remain alive to resist any further. The alien broadcast saturates galactic networks, reaching billions of worlds who watch and believe humanity has fallen forever. For the surviving humans, the broadcast is devastating. Families watch helplessly as the world they knew is shattered. Citizens grapple with feelings of despair, betrayal, and shame. Many wonder if resistance is even possible anymore. Underground bunkers and hidden colonies become refuges for those who refuse to give up hope. But fear and hopelessness hang heavy in the air. Yet, amid this darkness, a spark of defiance ignites. A secret human resistance forms in the shadows, led by a hardened commander who refuses to accept Earth's fate. This leader understands the power of the alien broadcast, not just as a tool of oppression, but as a weakness. The aliens have revealed themselves, shown their hand, and broadcast their triumph prematurely. The resistance commander devises a bold plan to fight back publicly, to hijack the same broadcast networks the aliens control and send a message across the stars. This will be a message not of surrender, but of human tenacity and vengeance, live and unfiltered. It will show the galaxy that humanity is not broken, but rising. This opening part sets the stage for an epic story of survival, ingenuity, and revenge. The fall of Earth is not the end, but the beginning of a struggle that will redefine humanity's place in the galaxy. The narrative contrasts the despair of defeat with the hope of retaliation, preparing the reader for the thrilling counterattack to come. The part ends on a suspenseful note. As the alien broadcast plays endlessly, the resistance prepares in secret, promising the galaxy that humanity's story is far from over. The final lines leave the audience eager to witness the live counterattack that will change everything. After the devastating fall of Earth and the humiliating broadcast of humanity's defeat, the survivors face a dire reality. Cities lie in ruins. Governments have collapsed, and the alien Dravthar occupy key strongholds across the planet. Yet beneath the surface, in hidden bunkers, abandoned research facilities, and secret bases, a flicker of hope remains. Humanity is not ready to surrender. This part focuses on the grim but determined efforts of the human resistance to rebuild from the ashes and prepare a daring counterstrike. The resistance is a coalition of military veterans, scientists, engineers, hackers, and ordinary citizens who refuse to accept extinction. They are united by one goal: to reclaim Earth and restore humanity's dignity. The story introduces the central human leader, a resilient and strategic commander whose personal losses fuel a burning desire for revenge. This character embodies humanity's grit and ingenuity. They are a symbol of hope for scattered survivors, inspiring others to fight against overwhelming odds. Recognizing that conventional warfare will no longer work against the technologically superior Dravthar, the Resistance turns to unconventional tactics. Scientists and engineers work tirelessly to develop a stealth fleet, repurposing salvaged alien technology combined with human ingenuity. The new fleet is designed for speed, stealth, and precision strikes rather than large-scale battles. This allows humans to hit the enemy where it hurts without exposing themselves to direct retaliation. Alongside the fleet, a team of elite hackers develops a revolutionary plan to hijack the alien broadcast networks. Their goal is to turn the aliens' own weapon, their broadcast system, against them. If humans can seize control of these networks, they can send a live signal to the galaxy, announcing humanity's defiance and launching their counterattack in real time. The preparations are tense and fraught with risk. Supplies are scarce, communication is limited, and every operation is shadowed by the constant threat of discovery. The Resistance must work quickly and quietly, knowing the Dravthar are hunting for any signs of rebellion. Trust is hard to come by, but shared desperation for survival unites the Resistance members. As they prepare, the Resistance also reaches out to sympathetic alien groups who are disillusioned with the Dravthar coalition. These scattered allies provide crucial intelligence and limited support, helping the humans gain an edge. The narrative emphasizes the theme that humanity's strength lies not just in technology, but in adaptability, creativity, and the will to survive. The leader's personal story is woven into the broader preparation. Flashbacks reveal the losses suffered and the sacrifices made. This deepens the emotional stakes and grounds the epic conflict in personal motivation. It also sets up the leader as a relatable and compelling figure the audience can root for. The climax of this part builds to a pivotal moment. The Resistance successfully hacks into the alien broadcast system. For the first time since Earth's fall, a human voice breaks through the silence across the galaxy. The live feed signals a turning point, a promise that humanity will fight back openly and fiercely. The story ends on a cliffhanger as the Resistance fleet prepares to launch the first strike, ready to broadcast their vengeance live to an astonished galaxy. The tension is palpable, the stakes higher than ever. Humanity's gamble is clear. If they fail, it could mean total annihilation. But if they succeed, it will shatter the Dravthar's illusion of invincibility and ignite a galaxy-wide rebellion. With the preparations complete and the Resistance fleet stealthily assembled, humanity is ready to launch its daring counterattack. The first strike marks a bold and unprecedented moment. Not just a military assault, but a live broadcast aimed at the entire galaxy, shattering the narrative of human defeat once and for all. The story begins with tense anticipation. The Resistance commander gives the order to launch. The newly built stealth fleet, a combination of salvaged alien tech and human innovation, slips through enemy patrols undetected, striking at the heart of the Dravthar's command infrastructure. The fleet's objective is to cripple the alien leadership, disrupt supply lines, and send a powerful message to the galaxy. Earth is not broken. The strike is swift and precise. The humans employ guerrilla tactics, hit-and-run assaults, electronic warfare to disable communications, and targeted strikes on key alien installations. These tactics maximize impact while minimizing exposure to the overwhelmingly superior enemy forces. The stealth technology helps evade enemy sensors and ensures the element of surprise. The live broadcast accompanying the strike streams directly into the alien networks. Millions across the galaxy watch in shock and disbelief as humanity transitions from defeated prey to relentless predator. For the first time since the invasion, the galaxy sees the full scope of human tenacity and ingenuity. The raw, unfiltered footage shows human fighters coordinating flawlessly, outmaneuvering the aliens, and destroying enemy assets with ruthless efficiency. The Resistance commander's voice resonates throughout the broadcast, delivering a powerful, defiant message. This is no desperate last stand. It's a calculated, fierce rebellion. The commander's charisma and determination inspire both humans and alien onlookers, who begin to question the Dravthar's narrative of invincibility. The impact of This first strike reverberates far beyond the battlefield. The Dravthar High Command, previously confident in their swift victory, is forced into chaos. Alien leaders scramble to understand how humanity, thought to be on the brink of extinction, has mounted such a sudden and effective retaliation. The initial shock undermines their morale and creates cracks in the alliance. Meanwhile, within the human resistance, hope surges. Survivors who had resigned themselves to defeat now see a path forward. The live broadcast becomes a rallying cry, uniting scattered human cells across the globe and deep space. It also sends a message to alien factions oppressed by the Dravthar that resistance is possible. Despite this success, tension remains high. The aliens begin to mobilize overwhelming countermeasures, deploying reinforcements to hunt the stealth fleet and retake lost ground. The humans know this first strike is only the beginning. Their survival depends on maintaining momentum, adapting quickly, and using every advantage they can muster. Personal stories emerge from the battlefield. Pilots risking everything, engineers running repairs under fire, hackers maintaining the broadcast feed amid enemy jamming attempts. These glimpses humanize the epic conflict and deepen reader investment in the characters' fates. As Part 3 closes, the broadcast reveals the first major human victory in the galactic theater. The once dismissive observers now witness Earth's fierce comeback. The Resistance commander announces that this live feed is only the start. Humanity will continue to fight openly, relentlessly, and live before the eyes of the galaxy. Chucky. Story ends on a pulse-pounding cliffhanger. As the aliens regroup, they prepare to unleash a devastating retaliation. The battle for the broadcast and for the future of Earth has only just begun. After humanity's first strike shocks the galaxy and shatters the illusion of Earth's defeat, the battle quickly shifts to a new and critical front: control of the broadcast network. The live feed that has become the symbol of human resilience and defiance is now the most valuable and contested asset in the war. The Dravthar, furious and desperate to silence the human broadcast, mobilize elite cyber forces and specialized fleets to regain control of their communication channels. For them, allowing humanity to continue broadcasting live updates is an intolerable threat. It inspires rebellion among oppressed alien worlds and undermines their authority. They launch relentless cyber attacks and electronic warfare operations, aimed at severing the human hackers' connection to the alien broadcast system. Meanwhile, the human resistance fights back fiercely on two fronts: physical and digital. The stealth fleet defends key relay stations and signal hubs scattered across Earth's orbit and in nearby systems. These relay points are vital to maintaining the live stream's reach. On the digital front, the Resistance's best hackers engage in a high-stakes cyber war, battling alien countermeasures designed to cut off their signal and erase their broadcasts. Central to this struggle is the Resistance's chief hacker, a brilliant but often haunted figure who has sacrificed everything to keep humanity's voice alive. Working in a cramped hidden operations center deep underground, this hacker races against time, deploying advanced encryption, adaptive firewalls, and counter-hacking tactics. The hacker's deep knowledge of alien code allows them to stay one step ahead, but the enemy's relentless pressure wears down their defenses. The tension rises dramatically as the aliens manage to penetrate some parts of the network, temporarily disrupting the feed. Viewers across the galaxy experience the horrifying silence where once there was hope and defiance. The Resistance scrambles to repair the breach, their efforts a frantic race to avoid losing their hard-won platform. Just when it seems the signal might be lost forever, the Resistance activates a hidden backup system, an independent satellite array built secretly by Earth scientists before the invasion. This array isn't connected to the alien networks, making it immune to their cyber attacks. Suddenly, the broadcast resumes, stronger and more widespread than before. With the broadcast restored, the Resistance broadcasts a powerful, unified message to the galaxy. Instead of just showing images of battle, they stream heartfelt speeches, calls for alliance, and evidence of Dravthar atrocities. This message goes beyond warfare. It's a call for freedom, unity, and resistance against oppression. On the ground, the battle rages. The stealth fleet engages alien ships sent to destroy the relay points protecting the new satellite network. The resistance soldiers fight desperately to hold their positions, knowing that losing control of these stations means losing their voice and possibly the war itself. This part highlights humanity's adaptability and determination. Despite overwhelming odds, they refuse to be silenced. The narrative underscores the symbolic importance of the broadcast. It's more than just a signal, it is humanity's declaration that they will not vanish quietly. The story also delves into the psychological toll on the resistance team, especially the chief hacker, whose personal sacrifice becomes emblematic of humanity's collective struggle. The hacker's vulnerability and resilience humanize the vast cosmic conflict. The climax of Part 4 is a tense showdown both in space and cyberspace. As the alien fleet closes in on the final relay station, the hacker executes a daring digital counterattack that cripples the enemy's communication for critical minutes, buying time for the fleet to repel the assault. The part ends with the broadcast secure, for now, and a powerful rallying cry echoing through the stars. Humanity will fight on, live and unfiltered no matter the cost. As humanity's live broadcast of their counterattack continues to ripple across the galaxy, the impact of their defiance becomes impossible to ignore. The previously accepted narrative of Earth's defeat shatters completely, replaced by a new reality. Humanity is fighting back, fiercely, cleverly, and openly. This shift sets the stage for a pivotal turning point in the war. The broadcast, now stabilized and reaching countless star systems, inspires oppressed and subjugated alien species who have long suffered under the Dravthar Coalition's iron grip. These species, many of whom secretly wished for a spark to ignite rebellion, see in humanity's fight not only hope, but also a chance to reclaim their freedom. The story expands beyond Earth and the Dravthar, showcasing the galaxy-wide repercussions of humanity's rebellion. Several alien factions, once neutral or fearful of opposing the Dravthar, begin to quietly send aid to the human resistance. Smugglers, rogue warriors, and dissidents provide intelligence, weapons, and supplies. These alliances are fragile and risky. Any open defiance could bring swift Dravthar retaliation, but the sheer audacity of humanity's live counterstrike emboldens them. The human resistance commander plays a crucial diplomatic role, reaching out through secure channels to these alien groups, forging bonds based on mutual survival and a shared desire for freedom. The commander's charisma and resolve win trust where cynicism once prevailed. This coalition of species, united by a common enemy and galvanized by humanity's broadcast, begins to reshape the conflict from a one-sided invasion into a galaxy-wide uprising. On Earth, the resistance continues to strengthen, integrating alien technology and tactics. Scientists work alongside alien engineers, blending knowledge to develop new weapons and defenses. The alliance of diverse species becomes a microcosm of unity against tyranny, emphasizing a theme that strength lies in diversity and cooperation. However, this expanding rebellion also escalates the stakes. The Dravthar, recognizing the threat of a united front against them, double down on their efforts to crush the resistance quickly and brutally. They unleash devastating counterattacks on rebel-held territories, trying to prevent the alliance from gaining momentum. The narrative highlights the brutal realities of war, showing that victory is not without sacrifice. Battles are costly, and losses weigh heavily on the resistance's leaders and fighters. The broadcast includes moments of both triumph and tragedy, capturing the raw emotions of those risking everything. Amid the turmoil, the broadcast becomes more than a weapon. It transforms into a symbol of hope and defiance for countless worlds. As the resistance streams live footage of battles, speeches, and acts of solidarity, it galvanizes populations who had previously resigned themselves to oppression. The broadcast sparks uprisings on multiple planets, forcing the Dravthar to stretch their forces thin across the galaxy. Part 5 also deepens the personal stories of key characters, showing their growth and the bonds forged through shared struggle. The human commander's leadership is tested as they navigate the complexities of coalition warfare, and the burden of representing not just humanity, but a growing galactic resistance. The climax of this part focuses on a major battle where combined human and alien forces repel a significant Dravthar assault, marking the first major victory for the Coalition. The live broadcast captures this victory in vivid detail, sending shockwaves through the galaxy and bolstering morale. The story ends on an optimistic yet cautious note. While the Alliance has turned the tide, the war is far from over. The Dravthar remain powerful and ruthless, but humanity and its allies have proven that even the mightiest tyrants can be challenged and defeated. The war that began with Earth's humiliating defeat has now reached its climactic conclusion. Humanity and its allies stand on the brink of victory against the once seemingly unstoppable Dravthar Empire. This final part focuses on the culmination of the Resistance's efforts and the profound impact of their live broadcast on the galaxy's future. As the Resistance prepares for the decisive battle, tensions run high. The Dravthar marshal their remaining forces for a last desperate attempt to crush the rebellion and reassert their dominance. Earth and the Coalition's strongholds brace for an assault that will determine the fate of billions. The human Resistance commander, hardened by years of struggle and loss, leads the United Fleet in a masterful campaign. Their strategy combines human ingenuity, alien technology, and the unbreakable will to survive. The Coalition's forces execute coordinated strikes against Dravthar command centers, supply chains, and warships, aiming to dismantle the Empire's power structure in one decisive blow. Throughout the battle, the live broadcast continues uninterrupted, streaming directly to every corner of the galaxy. The camera captures not only the ferocity of combat, but also the bravery and sacrifice of countless individuals, human and alien alike. This footage becomes a testament to resilience, unity, and the price of freedom. The broadcast transcends mere documentation. It's a rallying cry, an unfiltered narrative of truth that counters the Dravthar propaganda. Viewers witness humanity's rise from ruin, their determination to reclaim their home, and their refusal to be erased from history. This live feed inspires further uprisings among oppressed worlds, accelerating the collapse of the Dravthar's sprawling empire. Amid the chaos, the story highlights personal moments of heroism and tragedy. Characters who have been introduced throughout the story face their ultimate tests. Commanders fall, heroes rise, and sacrifices made in battle weigh heavily on all. These personal stories deepen the emotional impact and remind the audience of the human cost of war. As the battle reaches its climax, the Dravthar High Command is shattered. Key leaders are captured or eliminated, and their once mighty fleets are routed. The live broadcast captures the moment the Dravthar surrender, their empire fractured and broken. This historic event is broadcast in real time, forever etching humanity's triumphant return into the galactic record. In the aftermath, humanity and its allies face the monumental task of rebuilding a shattered galaxy. The story explores themes of reconciliation, justice, and the challenges of peace after conflict. The broadcast, now a symbol of unity and resistance, evolves into a platform for healing, sharing stories of survival, remembrance, and hope for the future. The human commander reflects on the journey, from Earth's defeat to its spectacular comeback, emphasizing that the fight was never just about vengeance, but about survival, dignity, and the right to exist. Their final message, streamed live, is a pledge to protect freedom and to stand united against any future threats. The story closes on a hopeful note. Though scars remain, the galaxy has been forever changed by humanity's courage and resilience. The broadcast's legacy endures as a reminder that even in the darkest times, hope can shine through, and that one species' fight for survival can inspire an entire galaxy to rise.